It's been forever and a day since I've done anything live. So I'm just testing this out. I'll probably go more live tonight since I like doing artwork on holidays. So everyone, uh happy Independence Day to you too. Hope you're enjoying your holiday. I enjoy my holiday by doing art that I need to catch up on and all that stuff. So anyway, good morning, Tim. So doing leaf today. All day is leaf day. I already got like 3 or 4 panels already sized and leafed up with imitation leaf, and now I switched over to the gold leaf. Happy 4th of July, Dan. Steve, two Steves checking in. Hello. So I'm using 23 karat gold from WB Gold Leaf. It's backwards, but you get the picture. So the size is pretty set up. I've had the size. This is Duck's Quick Size I'm using, and I've had it on there for I think 2 hours now. So I just kind of put it on and forget it. Have some lunch, have some snacks, play size on more stuff. So it's almost all dry, but the good thing about real gold is that it really sticks well to things that are almost done being set up. And this is patent leaf, which makes it easier. And I'll be laying this, and then you'll see me turning it, and probably directional burnish a little bit of this one. I know I'm just turning the other one. I'll get back to those areas in a minute. Thank you everyone for tuning in. So I'm going to do these big sections here. Now when you do gold leaf, you always want to start laying your leaf from the bottom up, because if you start from the top, you might get some skewings that fall down into areas there where you don't want them to fall in. Now the size is pretty dry, so I'm going to really push more than I normally would. All these little extras, I find homes for them. Hey Lori. Hi Lori. Hope you and Dan are having a good 4th. Lori is married to my buddy Dan, who is a master gilder. Knocking some of these out. I've got Syracuse coming up. I'm doing some panels for that. I've got commission. Some of this is commission work, so I got to get those done for people. And I have some gifts for people that I'm working on. So usually a day like this, instead of going to parties and stuff like that, I choose to stay home and just get some stuff done that I haven't had time to do. Hope everyone else is enjoying their day, doing exactly what they want to. What are you? Rod, I like working. I like artwork, so. Took the truck out earlier today. Jeremiah is off playing in the woods somewhere. Left the keys with me. took a nice morning drive and just came back and started sizing some stuff up. See, this one is all leafed up. I still have to take all the skewings off though, which I'll do in this video, I guess. When you're doing fancy blurs like this, you get a lot of excess leaf. It's not just a straight line. Happy 4th, Tom. Hope you're doing good. Hope everyone can hear me well. I don't have a mic set up for anything. Cell phone. You showed up. Hey Peter, thanks. Hope you enjoy the feed. I haven't put up a reel in like a week or so now to film more content. How much is a book of gold leaf now? It depends on where you buy it. I buy it right from WB, so I think it's around $42 to $46 a book. And then if you buy it, if you go to someone else, like a third party, selling it, they're selling it for $100 a book. So I go straight to the manufacturer. It's more cost efficient that way. Dave, yes, you will see your newest helmet, your oldest newest helmet at Syracuse. Most definitely. Jared said something that you're gonna bring, like a supercharger or something, maybe, up for me to grab. Find all my little holidays, fill them in. Holidays are little itty bitty holes in your leaf, and you want to fill them in so when you go to clear, it doesn't mess up, it doesn't wrinkle, because the size is an oil base and then the clear is a urethane. Hey, Gwen. I hope you're going to be in Syracuse too. Is your dad bringing the 59? Or are you guys bringing that, my friend's car that you guys bought with those killer flamethrowers on it? Hey, Dave, thanks. Thanks for tuning in on YouTube. I haven't posted a video on YouTube either in a long time. It's hard making all the work and then editing stuff and loading stuff. There's no time for that. All right, so I use a microfiber to wipe away the excess. It's pretty easy, and it also does not mar the gold up at all. Which is really nice. I used to use cotton, and I noticed that it would scratch the gold up. And then found out that these suckers work really, really well. Holidays there. Oh, sweet. I'll have to check your Camaro out. Are you entering it into the show, Gwen, or are you just driving it? Well, either way, you're going to be parked at the Brush Fest, so that's cool. Ooh, someone from Chile is tuning in. Thank you for watching. That's really cool. All right, so this one, see, I get all the skewings off. And now I'm going to switch panels and get the skewings off of the other one. I'm going to press these in now. I can't remember if I pressed the seams down and all that stuff. And shortly I will start engine turning, which is always the fun thing to see. Gotta dig through my spinners and see which ones I want to use. Hey, Alan. Oh, here's a sign painter from South Africa. Hey, hope you're doing all right. I can't imagine being a pinstriper or a sign painter in places where it is really hard to get supplies. I know Chile and Brazil and South Africa, it's pretty hard to get, you know, all the supplies that we have access to here in the States. Places like India and Thailand. And it's really neat seeing all this stuff being done in areas where supplies are not easily. Hello, TJ. Hi, Robin. Oh my God, people from all around the world are tuning in. Super cool. All right. This one I'm not doing directional burnishing on. I'm just doing straight up engine turning on this one. I have quite the mess, which you can't see in the screen. Lots of gold. Lots of gold. Hovering around. My hands are covered in gold. It's crazy. We're Ohio people. British Columbia, Canada. It's awesome. Found these magnets. I went to like a little meet and our friend had these magnets. They're for stud finding on walls, and they work perfect for holding panels and everything like that securely on my metal board here. All right. It is like raining gold in here right now still. See this tip. Ooh, where's my camera? That I use for engine turning aluminum leaf, which I'm not doing. It says 23 karat, so I use velvet covered spinners. Now I gotta hunt down the one I really like, which I've got lots of them. Ooh, there it is. All different sizes. All different sizes. Even big ones like this. If you see my YouTube video, I have one like that's like this big. It's crazy. The Dirty Knobs asks, what do you recommend to spray over the gold leaf? Lacquer? No, lacquer is too hot. It'll burn through it. I use just like a 2K automotive clear, and I don't put the reducer in it because the reducer is too hot too. I don't eat through the gold and attack your size. You can also, depending on where it's going to go, if it's just for indoors, you can throw like a water-based clear on it and that would be fine. On wood, you can just use water-based clear if you want. If it's staying indoors. If it's going outdoors, just make sure you have a UV rating on it. But if it's like going outdoors and it's going to be where no hands are going to be touching it, you don't need to clear gold. Gold will stay perfectly fine with no clear coatings on it if it's outdoors and not where people can touch it. So this is my little Frankenstein spinner. It's got like 2 foam pads glued to each other and then velvet on the tip there, and that's what I use for some of the smaller areas like this. I'll probably switch to a bigger one here, and I like where the circle is, I'm gonna switch to a bigger one. So I'm gonna get started. Hope everyone is enjoying. You can't see from that angle, I'm sorry. Turns out pretty nice. Robert says, I need your help and advice on gold. I'm having problems with question mark. What are you having problems with? And this is going to be like a ribbon effect. It's going to be rolling over each other. So after I clear, I'm going to be outlining it and shading it so it'll look like a ribbon rolling over on each other. Dirk says, made my own pinstriping brush. Paint very hard to find in Johannesburg. Oh, that's so sad. That's cool that you made your own brush. Hello. I have some friends in Italy. It's nice to see Italy joining in. Robert says the open window, I guess you're meaning window of sizing. I don't know what size you're using, but I would suggest trying Duck's quick size. Hold on. I would suggest using Duck's quick size and then going from there. If you want to open it a little bit longer, then you order Duck's slow size, and you just add a little bit of slow size to the 1 hour. The quick size. Hey, Kirk. All right, I'm gonna see if I can. Oh no, that's perfect size. Perfect. That will be getting outlined. So I'm going to put up a softer one for these because they're going to be filigree. David asks, are you mainly using one shot? And if so, how do you get the correct consistency? Consistency is all up to you and what you're comfortable with, and also your working environment. I use one shot Ronin and Hot Hues urethane paint. I can mix Ronin and one shot together because they're enamel. Hot Hues is totally separate. So humidity affects how much thinner you'll add. I stick with one shots reducers, and so if you want a nice flow, start out with nothing and see where you're at. And if you want it to have less drag, you just add a little bit thinner. And if it's not, you just keep adding a little bit more until you get to the point where you like it. And no one can tell you exactly how much or how little to add. That's really personal preference. And Robert asks again, I haven't been able to do the whole thing applied in time. Then you probably need to use a slower size if you're not fast at applying your gold leaf. And also, you have a shorter window when applying imitation leaf than you do genuine gold. Genuine gold, you can apply it much longer on size than you can imitation leaf. Imitation leaf, you need to have enough tack for the leaf to stick down. Panes, I don't leave it to dry. As if you started watching from the first video, I laid the leaf on the other one and I spun it right away. And this one, if I didn't have this one working on, I would just spin it right away after I laid it. The timing is really up into how long you let your size set up for. Because if you let your size set up perfectly fine, like the right point, then you can spin it whenever, right afterwards. Now, imitation leaf, you can spin like the next day. Genuine leaf, you can't do that with. You can't get away with that. All right, so that one's done. I'm gonna flip back to the other one. This other one I'm gonna be doing directional with. Hi, Kyle. Hi, Kyle from Pennsylvania. I'm in Pennsylvania right now, and it's funny your last name's Howell because that's where I grew up in New Jersey. I grew up in Howell, New Jersey. Is it necessary to add a reducer to size, or is that even recommended? That depends on the size you're using. I never used to add a reducer to my size, and now I do because I don't know, I just do now. This is brand new size that I use. Like I just opened the can and I didn't feel the need to add a reducer. but I'm also not lettering with it right now. I add pure gum turpentine to it. I don't add one-shot reducers to the size. I use just terps for that if I need to reduce my size. Why do you shift to a bigger spinner on the sides? Because I was doing like filigree on the sides, so I wanted to have like a bigger spin because I didn't want spin to be the focal point to that area because that's going to get all outlined and shadowed and stuff like that. So I don't need a bigger, I don't need a tighter spin on that because the tighter the spin are, the more you're focusing on the area of your eyeballs. All right, and like this is a wider band. So I have to go with a wider spinner because if it's too thin, then they're going to be overlapping each other too tight. Hey, Rick. Rick's an awesome pinstriper from up in the New England area. Hey, Eric Frost. Eric from Alabama. I think you follow me on Instagram too, I think. So I'm going to hit these dead center, or try to hit them dead center. Sometimes it's hard when you can't see. I need a bigger spinner of those. And with genuine gold leaf, you can go over the same area quite a few times. Without messing it up. Sometimes it's hard to find where the center is on these big ones. They block your view. Hey, Lee. Lee's from Australia or New Zealand. Don't hate me for not remembering which one. All right, so I'm going to go back to the semi-bigger one. This is a small one, but to do these fatter stripes. And these are going to be like all wrapped up on each other too. Are you actually spinning the leaf or polishing a spin? Holly asked if I'm actually spinning the leaf or polishing in a spin. It's a little bit of both. Technically, I'm like scratching the gold and pushing it into the size. It's not super wet, but ideally you want your size to still have a little bit of wetness, and you're moving your gold, you're scratching it into and pushing it into that size. If I lay this gold on here and I can spin it perfectly now, But if I waited till tomorrow or the next day to come in and spinish, like spinish, oh my god, creator word, spin it, it won't spin. Especially with velvet. So yep, good question. Oh, Alan from Scotland, hello. All right, so now I'm going to do directional burnishing. Robert, yes, I'm using duck size. Okay. So, directional burnishing is, so, hold on, let me show you. So let's say you have a box. Mark, I use velvet for genuine leaf, which is what I'm using now. And I'm very picky about the velvet. Not all velvet spins nicely. Will make the gold spin nicely. All right, so back to directional burnishing. So basically, the gold is reflective, and if you have the sun up in the air and stuff like that, or light, depending on which angle the light is hitting the gold from, it'll reflect back into like a different direction. So you have side 1, side 2, side 3, and side 4. So if I rub the gold this way, like from top to bottom, it'll look, the color will look totally different than if I looked at it from the side, like each side, and also that way. So if I wanted to have this highlight and this low, I would rub this way and then this way, and it'll like create a line and on the gold, and it'll be like, it'll flip flop. It's really cool, which you're gonna see right now. I'm listening to some tunes here. Hey Gary, happy 4th. Okay. So I'm gonna take this here. Do not put tape on top of gold leaf. It'll make you cry. All right, so I'm gonna rub this way. And I also want to block this guy because I don't want him changing direction here. That spin on the end there. Where am my little guy? So I'm going this way. All right. See from, I don't know if you can see, but you can see how bright that one is right now. So I'm going to cover the bottom up. And sometimes you can make your own little jig like a window, so you don't have to be messing with these. Just gotta be really careful that the tape does not hit a piece of gold that you don't want it hitting. So now I rub this way. Basically at a 45-degree angle. Sorry. Oh, there we go. See the flip-flop on that? It's hard to get. I forget where my camera lens is. There you go. See that? How cool is that? I love gold. You can do so much with that if you know that idea of depending on where you rub it, it'll be different. Hey, Greg from Texas. I love Texas. If I could move there tomorrow, I would. So sometimes I forget which way I rubbed. That's all right. Rub this way, I just have to rub that way or down. Uh, it is time consuming, but it's cool. Master letterer right there. Hi, John. Thanks for tuning in. John does some crazy work on big rigs. Rob asked if you can spray candy over the gold or silver. Yes, I've never done it, so I'm not the best person to ask, but I've seen a few people do it. I don't know if they're clearing over the gold first, gold or silver first, and then applying the candy, or if they're just going over the leaf raw. So that is something that, if you really want to know, you would have to find someone that knows how to do that. That's not me. I don't do any automotive spraying. I have, you guys noticed the other day I posted about doing a trash can for Syracuse, a little charity auction that they have there at the Syracuse Nationals. Well, I have it all laid out, figured out and stuff, and tonight I'll probably get to leafing that and stuff. That, the trash can, I'm going to be using silver leaf, well, aluminum leaf, and variegated leaf on. There's barely any, well, no, I will engine turn it. Almost done. Hope I didn't bore you guys to death over here. All right. That one's done. It's hard getting when you don't know where your camera angle's at. Okay. So that's it for now. Maybe I'll do live feed tonight a little bit later on the trash can because it looks pretty cool. Basically, I don't know if I want to do variegated leaf on all those wings, feathers, or just parts of them, but the piston's all going to be silver leaf. And then also I kind of want to add another silver leaf border to it. So it's going to be a load of work, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to try to do as much as I can between tonight and then tomorrow night after I get some other work done because it's a charity piece. So, alrighty, guys, I'm going to tune off. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Go outside and enjoy the weather. Like, I'm not going to. I'm just going to be doing more work. So, happy 4th, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I'll post this. Hopefully, Facebook doesn't delete it because I have a video sound going on. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. Bye.